A challenge is something you choose, and suffering is something that chooses you. It's forced upon you. It's not a choice that you make. You always have a choice in your response with both a challenge and with suffering.
When you've got other Americans under fire, you don't hesitate. You run to the sound of the gunfire. One version of me died in the desert there of Kandahar. We hit a roadside bomb and it blew up my Humvee, and it left 3 of my other guys and myself wounded, and it killed one of my soldiers. I remember as the bomb went off, I'm soaked in diesel fuel, and I was burning essentially from my knees up. The only thing I can hear at this point now is my own voice, and I'm screaming. I tried to stop, drop, and roll, trying to get the flames out, but I couldn't, and I was just continued to burn. At that moment, Sam Brown died, but I heard the voice of one of my soldiers immediately after say, "Sir, I've got you." And that was the rebirth.
The first time I saw Sam was when he was in the ICU, and he was wrapped head to toe in bandages. I was his dietitian in the burn unit during his recovery, and one of the things that struck me about him is the fact that he did have joy. He was not bitter. He wasn't angry. He was just filled with joy. He wanted to get better. He wanted to persevere, and he wanted to make it back to his guys and redeploy with them.
God bless Amy Brown, because I wouldn't be the man I am today without her. Amy has brought the kids in to homeschool them so that she can really pour into them.
Sam's West Point motto is never falter, never quit. And through our 15 years of marriage, I've just seen him embody that motto. He's taken it to heart, and there is not a sacrifice that is too great for the mission that he's been called to.
After I was medically retired and I was trying to kind of plot my way through a professional life outside of the military, I ultimately realized I needed to go back to school and get an MBA. And so went back to school, got that MBA, and now I built good relationships, had kind of new tools to apply to pursuit of our version of the American dream and starting a business. And before I could get the business up and going, I needed a job that could kind of put keep a roof over our head and food on the table, and Amazon provided us that opportunity, and I worked in a warehouse.
There was a satisfaction with the work that he was doing and the fact that he was leading people and really providing them what they needed to get the job done.
It was important to stay engaged in a community that I've always felt tied to.
So, he worked to set up a company that could really help the VA provide veterans medications that they needed in a timely manner.
If I can't be in uniform, having a business that serves veterans, frankly, it gives me so much satisfaction. It gives me, it warms my heart. I don't know how else to say it. The American dream is becoming unattainable for so many. And now we find ourselves on this kind of path of running for Senate. This is not just a campaign for me. This is a full family endeavor. We've had an incredibly blessed life, to have a strong marriage, to have, healthy children, to, have a home, to have had a successful business. And it came with hard work and it came with sacrifice, but we owe it to Nevadans, we owe it to our fellow Americans to not just live in that success for our own sake.
Nevadans are suffering right now. I see how expensive everything is, and people are really struggling right now just to make ends meet.
Times are tough, and many are discouraged, but we have a choice. My hope will never be extinguished. It is reignited. Together, we will push through and we will overcome. Your struggle is my struggle. As your next senator, I'll fight to bring down prices, cut taxes for families, and end taxes on tips for Nevada service workers. secure the border, and convey strength to our allies and enemies across the globe. My message to Nevada is one of hope. Sometimes that's all someone needs to go from giving up to having faith. So know this: Nevada, I've got you.